So, I'm back from Vegas, and we finally beat the Bengals. Let's talk about this dominant win on this beautiful Victory Monday after the intro. Hey, somebody got some Advil? And delete that Google Photos folder now. Hey, welcome back to From the Cheap Seats. I'm your host, Bonafide, and let's get right into it. We just beat the Bengals. Dominant win. All right, look, now I know Burrow and his calf ain't right, and it showed all game. But look, as soon as you step across them white lines, man, you fair game, baby. So if you wasn't good to go, you shouldn't have played. But hey, I'm not a Bengals fan. I don't work at Paycor Stadium. Paul Brown ain't my employer, so that it is what it is. But normally this would be a game that the Titans would just let the Bengals get right, get a sneaky couple of touchdowns, and then, salt the game away. But not today, baby. You understand me? This defense pinned its ears back, and they went to work on the hobbled Burrow. Just like all them Vegas prices went to work on my hobbled wallet right now. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Key, Simmons, and Travis Gibson. Yeah, that Travis Gibson. Hey, the nice little strip sack. They made Burrow's day a living nightmare. And they only allowed 3 points all game. Now, let's flip the script and talk about this Titans offense. They were on full display. Let me say, Ryan Tannehill had 240 yards, a TD, and a pick. D-Hop had a nice little catch on the sideline. And he ended up with like 4 catches for 63 yards. He almost had a TD, but he couldn't get in to the end zone. But we ended up scoring on that drive anyway. NWI scored again. #contract year. Wow. Josh Wild, yes, the rookie, got his first TD. Moore, he only had 1 catch, but it was for 44 yards, baby. 44. But man, it was the king who stole the show. Derrick Henry, man, had 22 carries for 122 yards and a beautiful, simply beautiful 24-yard run where the stiff arm was on wild display. You know what I'm saying? Look, like I said, Wild had his first touchdown, but guess who threw him that pass? One would think Ryan Tannehill, but one would be greatly mistaken because the king is a benevolent one. Not only does he take it in himself, but he passes it to those that are willing and open, which Wild was. That man was wide open out there. So yeah, this was definitely a good win, especially after the disaster that was last week. But this one was a good, dominant team win. Now, were there things to complain about? Yes, but it's Victory Monday, baby. We don't complain about stupid stuff on Victory Monday. We just look at the bright side. We'll complain about some things in a minute, but we just look at the bright side. So, coming right back, going straight at it. You already know who the player of the game is. It's Derrick Lamar Henry Jr., first of his name, El Tractacito, the king, the owner of the Jaguars. Whatever you want to call him, he is the player of the game. That man, that 24-yard TD run, he still got the vision, still got the burst. The stiff arm, stiff arm was working, okay? So look, Derrick Henry is our player of the game. I wish I could, how you crown the king, because that's what he was yesterday, the king. All right, let's go to everybody's favorite segment, Bonafide Banter. Non-football related banter item here. Vegas is awesome. That was my first time going to Vegas. Let me tell you something, man. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even need to explain. The yeah should do it, all right? It's hard to complain about anything in that game, all right? You know what I'm saying? We got a victory over the Bengals at home. But come on, Ryan. That interception you threw was unnecessary. Go back and look at it. It was literally unnecessary. Colton was double covered. You had enough time to say, hey man, F it, I'm gonna just throw this one away, check it up. Don't throw it in the double coverage. You starting to make me think that we need to get you a LASIK eye doctor appointment or something, because you ain't seeing two people down there when there's two people down there. Well, fix that, Ryan. All right. Amani Hooker almost had another pick. Came early in the game. He almost had another pick. That boy got a nose for a ball. He was a ball hawk coming out of Iowa. Yeah, it was Iowa. Big 10, Big 12, whatever conference they out there now. But yeah, he almost had another pick. So he's getting around the ball. His nose getting around the ball. NWI. He's kind of like in a contract year. I don't even know if he really can say that. I think he's like on a 1-year deal or something like that. But that man was cooking. He scored again, and he is just a reliable set of hands. So he's where he needs to be. He has some nice catches. Now don't get a lot of yardage out of NWI, but you're gonna get consistency, baby. He's gonna be there. He's gonna run hard. He's gonna do the thing. So NWI, he was cooking. Tim Kelly was in the bag again. Now look, the number 30 got us in a headlock. You know what I'm saying? We whatever we do, we can't get over there. But we got a defense that's doing that. 27 is not bad. You know what I'm saying? But Tim Kelly was in his bag again. I'm telling you, it was a good balance. It was like yin and yang. Tim Kelly in his bag. Tim, I see you, T. I see you, pretty boy Kelly. I see you. I see you. Keep calling games like that, man. They're gonna forget all about Arthur Smith. All about it. I think we're gonna see a little bit more of Travis Gibson than we are Rashad Weaver, because that strip sack was a thing of beauty. He knew he couldn't get to the quarterback, but I'm talking about that thing came down, knocked that ball out. Maybe just a hunch. I don't know. I don't know anything. But Travis Gibson may get more than 3 snaps next game. It's got to be absolutely scary seeing big number 98 come out there on offense. That's got to be scary. Let me put this scenario in. You're a linebacker. You tough. You're a linebacker for the Bengals. You out there, you feeling, hey, we finna protect the goal line. We finna stop them. We finna do it. You hyping your teammates up. Y'all in the huddle. Y'all calling out X-ray, this, whatever calls on defense is. And then you turn around and you see Jeffrey Simmons lining up as the fullback. Now in your mind, you can't let the teammates know that you're afraid. But in your mind, it's like going down the Tower of Terror. You telling me, you talking to yourself. You say, self, they want me to shed the block from big number 98, then tackle a dude that's bigger than 98 in Derrick Henry. I can't do that for you, man. I can't do. That's what they call in the league business decisions. Even though Big Jeff wasn't there, somebody made a business decision. Somebody was like, hey man, I ain't getting run over by a truck twice, all right? That ain't happening. So yeah, maybe we see that a little bit more. Maybe we give Big Jeff the ball. Maybe we turn Big Jeff into an awesome. Nah, let's just leave him on defense. The man is a terror. Terrorized offensive line, not defensive line too. So, next segment, real versus fake. So the first 4 games of the season are over, and we got a better bearing of where we are as a team together. You know, it's a combo. We've seen a combo. We just seen good quarterback play. We just seen absolute terrible quarterback play. O-line play, defense, all over the place. So where are we? Or what are we? 4 games into the season. Me personally, this is where I thought we would be. Because you had to think, especially if you knew what was going on at the beginning of the season. Now, if you're just jumping in at game 1, you really didn't know all this. But, we had new O-line, new offensive coordinator. We got new players coming up here. So, naturally, it was going to take time to gel. And I know you're probably saying, so Bonafide, why didn't you tell yourself that when you made that rant video? Hey, I knew it, but calm, level-headed thinking is not the description for a fan. Fan is a derivative of the word fanatic, and that is what I am. So let's leave that there. But anyway, we still in it. We 2-2. The whole division is 2-2. there are some people that haven't even won a game yet. So, you know, we ain't in the dirt. You know, we're not at the top, but we ain't in the dirt. And even think about it. We could probably be 3-1 right now. Had we won that Saints game. I mean, it was only a 1-point game. You know, we get a ball bounces another way and we win that game. So, you know, now looking at the landscape of the league, now when you look at, you know, NFL Network and things like that, we see some teams are kind of dealing with a couple of things. And some of these teams that were expected to be in the playoffs, just like the Bengals, who we just beat, they were expected to be a playoff contender. They're looking down the barrel of it being a long season, especially starting off 1-3. So, and we're getting a couple pieces back. I know Football and Other F Words just put out an article on Stacking the Inboxes about reinforcements are coming. So we possibly getting Sko, NPF, and Kyle Phillips back from injuries. And Treylon maybe just needed that 1 week off, so we could be getting him back. So we might see some, you know, we ain't gonna go crazy. Some minor improvements to the offense, improvements to the offensive line, improvements to the wide receiving core. So I think, you know, personally, at the 4-game mark, I think we got a chance of winning the division. And look, remember what I said about derivative of the word fanatic? This is what I am. So take for what it is. I think we might be able to make some noise in the playoffs. And the reason being is defense travels. That's gonna always travel. And as the season goes on, it might begin to pay dividends as long as we stay on the healthy side of things, which, thank the football gods, we have. So, we wrapping this thing up. Coming up next week, we are back to 500, 2-2, baby, and we're playing our first division game versus the Indianapolis Colts, who they lost to the Rams at OT yesterday. So they're 2-2 just like us. Now, Anthony Richardson is looking like the real deal, but, you know, he hasn't, you know, we'll figure it out. Are they going to activate Jonathan Taylor? I mean, the window is opening. Is he off the pup? Does he play? You know, no. We don't know. We'll talk about all of that and more in the preview that's going to come up later this week. So, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. Because, like I tell everybody, there's plenty of room in the section for everyone. So, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, baby. Because we got way more content coming. We're hyped. And tighten up. Hey, man. What is the recipe for a hangover cure? Is it one? I don't know. It ain't a win though. I know it ain't a win. It's something else.